Welcome back to Mike's Miniatures, a place for all things mini wargaming, and in today's video, let's talk about the newest release for the 11th edition box set that Games Workshop has kindly shown us here on the Warhammer community page, and that's the Weirdboy for the Orks section right here. This guy honestly looks super duper cool. I really love how, just like from the teaser animation trailer they had with this guy, they show him with all of his little gizmos and his, basically it's like a literal shock collar because he's got the lightning from the warp coming out of his mind and just powering all these different cables and things like that, and they're just floating in through the air and coming out of his back a little bit. That you could tell when he's channeling the warp, if he's not doing this for aggressive or something like that, maybe the orcs are using him as a living battery for something bigger down the road, just warping the electricity. That's pretty dope if that's actually the case right here. But I absolutely love this new sculpt right here, and I think this is probably one of the best new sculpts for the orcs that have had in quite a while. Kind of the cloak-like kilt-looking thing that he's got going on here, and the wraps, and I love how the Games Workshop artist did the fading checkered pattern within it right here from the back, as you can see in the back. And then you have the orc skull for the warp staff melee weapon that he carries to help, in theory, channel the WOG energy that they have, which is just warp energy. It's just super duper cool to see, and I'm just loving this look of this model. Now, since Games Workshop announced back at the, I believe it was the Adepticon is what it was, said that the stats and the rules and our codexes for 10th edition are obviously going to be valid and are correct going into the 11th edition for the individual army factions. We can see that the Weirdboy, new model but same old stats right here. He's going to have a movement of 6, toughness 5, he has a 5-up saving throw, 4 wounds on this guy with the leadership of 7, and he only has 1 OC, being a single model right here. He's got 2 weapons on here. His melee is the Weirdboy staff. That's obviously the one with the orc skull on it. 3 attacks on a 3-up, strength 8, AP -1, and roll a D3 to figure out how, after they've hit and it actually wounds the opponent with those attacks. You have a minimum of 1 damage to a maximum of 9 damage that you can do with this stick, basically. And it does have the psychic keyword. He also has the ability of his range, which we saw epically in the trailer called Ed Banger, 24-inch range, single attack, but ballistic skill of 4-up, strength 6, AP -3, and 1 damage. It is precision, so he can focus on individual models, not just generic. And it is a psychic attack. In this case, in the animation, he's basically shooting lightning and vomiting out warp energy, and he killed those Blood Angel Space Marines, and before he could do another round of attacks, the chaplain bashed his head and watched the warp explode around him. That was crazy in the thing right here. But yeah, he has the abilities with the leader. He has Deadly Demise with his psychic attacks right here. And all around, he's just a fun little character that's a orc wizard, basically, for the sci-fi. He will channel the warp and be a very strong presence, I think, on the tabletop here for us moving in, and a good start with the orc warbands right here. To give you an idea, I did do some research on the Ork Weirdboy right here, and this is kind of the progression from the Rogue Trader era back in the early 80s when Games Workshop got started, and their original Ork Weirdboy, and just through the progressions, through some of the additions, I mean, we have 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and then we basically didn't have another Ork Weirdboy until start of 8th edition, which is the one that almost everybody currently has right now. That's this guy with the little goblin hitching a ride with him, and he has checkered staff and things like that, which is still a very cool model, but compared to the new Weirdboy, yeah, I think I prefer the new Weirdboy a little bit more. But definitely you might want to, if you want to still get the old Weirdboy, so you can, if you're not wanting your Weirdboys to look exactly the same and buying multiple of the same guy, this would probably be your time to probably purchase this kit right here before the new box comes out in June. And I would say 2 months after 11th edition drops in June is when we'll see the Weirdboy as a separate model in his own box coming out, and probably going to be close to $50 a model right here, because Games Workshop is going to probably for sure be raising their prices at the same time on us at that point. And so instead of being $45 a character like they are, my guess is they're going to up it to $50 a character, and then it's going to be ridiculous. But we'll see what they decide to do with that. In the meantime, guys, tell me what you think about the Weirdboy right here. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Are you looking forward to the Orks, or are you more looking forward to the Space Marines in the 11th edition box set right here? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions about it down below, and use any affiliate links to support the channel if you want to get the original Weirdboy before it totally disappears. But until next time, guys, I've been Mike, and this is Mike's Miniatures. Like and subscribe, and bye-bye.